I am standing in a beautiful store here at Prairie Perennials in the gift area, and I'm here with Rick Naylor. And Rick, tell me a little bit about this. It's really charming.
Well, this is our gift shop. You know, my wife spent a lot of time putting this together. I can't take any credit for it because we have a kind of an agreement where I do a lot of the outside stuff, she does a lot of the inside stuff. So she's done a great job with it. So
yeah.
She works really hard to find different unusual gifts so that...
and has succeeded at it. There's a lot of really unique stuff that I simply do not see at other nurseries here.
Yeah, no, that's what we do.
Yeah. Well, now we're also going to be talking about some conifers that are down here in front of us because you're going to be at the Yard Garden and Patio show today.
Yep.
And these are some of them that you'll have there for sale, right?
Yep, we'll be there at booth 421.
Wonderful. So let's just jump right in. This one is almost iridescent. It's glowy. It's so beautiful. What is it?
It's a rare Japanese white pine called Ogon Janomi.
Wonderful. That is beautiful.
Yeah, it's a great plant in the landscape. It's a real showpiece. It's not going to get very large, and it's extremely slow growing. So you can use it in an area where you don't have a ton of space, but you need something that's going to give you a fantastic color year round. It's also a great container plant.
I was going to say, I would think that sounds like something that would be great in a beautiful container as well. So that's perfect to know.
Exactly. Because of its slow growth habit and with candling, you can actually keep it to a real manageable size if you want to. And that's kind of what we've done with this plant, and that's why it has that more of a shrubby look to it.
And we should tell them, too, that with candling, it's when this new growth starts coming up and gets taller, and you just pop them off, right?
Well, I wouldn't pop them off. What I would do is cut them about halfway back.
Okay, perfect.
About halfway back, and that'll help regulate the growth.
And that's just easier, and then it really does control the growth a lot.
Absolutely.
So now I'm going to look at this one down here while we're down here. What is this one?
This is a really pretty Korean fur, a dwarf Korean fur called Oberon.
Beautiful.
And it is, again, very, very slow growing. Also, it's not showing real well in this light, but in not such bright light. The underside of the needles are more white, kind of like the silverlock or some of the other Korean furs.
It looks fake, doesn't it?
It does look fake.
It doesn't even look real. That's really
it does.
stunning.
It has a texture that almost feels like plastic because the needles are so dense.
Yeah, and it's not pokey at all either. Very soft.
It's again a very great accent for the landscape.
Now here's one that I'm familiar with, but I don't see them in gallons very often.
And the reason why is this is a dwarf.
Oh, lovely.
Most people were familiar with the standard Japanese umbrella pine, which gets quite large.
It does.
This is Piccola, and Piccola is a true dwarf, grows very, very slowly, and your 10-year height is only going to be about 2 by 2. Maximum height, fully grown 5 feet.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm serious. And a very dense growth habit, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful plant.
These are like, they can be 70, 80 foot tall.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's a winner.
Absolutely, it is a winner. They're very hard to come by. They're very rare.
Wonderful.
But they're just beautiful. I've got one back at the other nursery that is a little bit older. That's probably 18 inches or so, and it's close to 10 years old. It's a beautiful plant.
Well, that will definitely be going on my list. Now, I know the whipcord. I've seen it before, and I love the plant. But this, I love that it's been grafted up on a stalk.
Exactly. This is an Isley introduction, and it's a whipcord on standard, and it's not going to get any bigger than this. But at least height-wise, what it will do is spread out a little bit, and it'll actually weep all the way to the ground if you let it. So it makes a great container plant because if you give it a haircut, because they take to pruning really well, it is a western red cedar after all.
Yep.
You can put it in a container and still plant other things below it.
Okay.
And just keep this, at whatever length you want it to go down.
Wonderful.
And if you want the cousin hit look, which is what it'll look like when it's fully grown out, then just let it go all the way down.
And what about this really vibrant gold one over here?
This is, believe it or not, a Mughal Pine called Winter Sun.
Beautiful.
And it does the same thing as some of the other conifers like Chief Joseph and Gold Coin and some of the other conifers that turn yellow in the winter.
Yep.
This one does the same thing, only you don't have to devote as much space.
Nice.
This one, maximum height on this one is going to be about 3 feet by about 3 feet or so, maybe 4 feet wide.
Wonderful.
It's a typical Mughal pine, but it is a dwarf Mughal pine. But again, you're going to get that very vibrant look in the winter and will turn green during the summer months.
Well, you always bring such really cool plants, and especially some amazing conifers to the game. And so if you are looking at these and going, yeah, I want that, you feel free to come on down to the Yard Garden and Patio show. Look them up at booth number, what was the number?
419.
419. For more information, run over to gardentime.tv, and we'll give you all the ins and outs on these great conifers from his website. Thank you so much, Rick.
Thank you, William.
Always a pleasure.
I appreciate it. You bet.